Lucito, let's go back to the conversation you brought up about the trio champion. Yes, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, they won the inaugural. They're the inaugural
Yep.
Trio champion, which is well deserved. I'm happy for them. Unfortunately, it got shortened because of
The
what
scuffle
occurred.
that they had.
Oh my God! Christopher Daniel was in that thing. Ace Steel, the Young Bucks, Kenny, CM Punk. It was a whole mess. There was a lot of unnecessary pieces involved.
And also, like CM Punk was like, "Oh, if you want some beef, come at me." So somebody went at him, and he was
And his boys,
like, dude, do you ask for it? People like not retaliated, but it was like, yes, all right, what's up?
Yeah,
and he was like, oh no, I'm like, if you want the beef, get you could get anytime.
the cow was right there. The cash cows was like, yeah, what's up? But because of that incident, like we mentioned before, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks are suspended. CM Punk also, he's out for 8 months because of injury, not because of much of the suspensions, because he is hurt. But there is speculation that CM Punk might be released soon enough, soon before his full recovery, which is like, that's here nor there. But because of the vacancy of the trio, Wednesday night they had a match between the best friend and the Death Triangle to crown a new champion. Now, here's my thing, right? I did not wanted one of those teams to be in that match, and here's why.
Who you wanted?
I wanted Dark Order. Silver, bro, come on.
They already felt betrayed by him. That's why.
No, he was not betrayed. It was just like
it was like a misstep. But
yeah, it was a misstep. That's all it was. But that that trio match during that was one of my favorite matches.
But they could have an opportunity with
Angel, Silver, and Paige.
Yeah.
I feel like instead of putting Paige in the tourney, right? I would have put Miro. I would put someone else. Personally, Paige right now is not looking too great.
He just needs to throw somebody there.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you caught it, but Jericho said, I'll see Daniel Bryan next week.
Yeah, he already knew that he was going to have that match. We got beef, bro.
Why?
You want to talk about it? We got a mic set up. All right, we got Jimmy Luca jumping in from legit heat. What up, my guy?
You guys got mugs and everything.
Yeah, we do, man.
All the merch.
We got beef, my guy. First of all, we didn't even do the card thing. My guy already had a referee shirt underneath.
But AEW pay-per-views are long as fuck, and I was also high, so it just wasn't.
So, you're a CM Punk guy.
I was, yeah.
Until
You
Sunday.
was.
I was.
Wait a minute. Breaking news. My guy, tell me how you really feel about it.
The WWE situation, when I heard both sides, disappointed me. Remained a fan still, because I love him and what he did for WWE and in his career. The AEW situation pissed me off twice as that, because in my mind, there are 4 major wrestling stars out right now because of what he did.
Yeah. But that also created opportunities for the people that should have had some shine. It sucks, but it's beneficial for other people.
I promise you, I was gonna bring that point up on our podcast. Yes.
So
Also, you still can.
You still can, but
It does.
follow them.
No, but it does. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it does. It does create that. Yes, that's what I was.
It kind
thinking
of sucks that your top 4 people are out, whatever. But I'm not saying the right people got it now, but I feel that people got a shine at the moment for the trios, and potentially somebody else could get the heavyweight title.
Now, when you were spying on us, right? I like stirring the pot, as you can tell. While you were spying on us, we're talking about the trio match that happened last night.
Best friends should have won.
Yeah. Well, besides that, I'm saying I didn't want one of those teams to not be in the match. Either one, I didn't want, because I thought Dark Order should have been in that match to crown a new champion. Do you agree or disagree?
I
And
agree.
why?
I agree.
With or without Hangman, I don't think Hangman should have been in there. I would have put Tennis injured, but I would have put somebody. I would have put Uno and them two for the trios rather than Hangman.
That's a good question.
Hangman's just too big of a star to keep him out when he's considered Dark
But
Order,
if you're facing Best Friend, right? Their biggest star is who? Orange Cassidy. If you're facing the Death Triangle, who's the biggest star is Pac because he's
but
champion.
they already have beef, so it's good for like.
It's good for, but
Like-
again, they were like second place to like, you know,
Yeah.
to the elite. So I feel like Dark Order should have been like that contender for the title.
especially because they had Hangman. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I believe,
Yeah.
but I mean, like either or, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But Jimmy, I know you're about to do your podcast, so thank you
I'll
for
come on
stepping in.
officially at some point and not sneak on. Like,
No,
No, he has a camera somewhere around here looking at us. Him and his goons ready to jump us. Make sure you follow Legit Heat on their social media. Have fun, guys.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It's like they should have gave Dark Order that opportunity, but
Yeah.
the match was good. Phoenix didn't get hurt again.
Which was good.
Hallelujah.
I don't know how long it's gonna last. but-
Exactly, like we said.
But that'd be, you could have other people. I feel like the triangle being like the champions, and also Park doing double duty. I don't think it's sustainable for him as an individual. He's great wrestler and everything, but doing double duty as a double champion.
Or is an indication he might be giving losing the Atlantic
Yeah,
Championship.
so either or. So
soon.
whichever. I don't think he will have to juggle basically to defend them two at a time.
And yeah, I think you already acknowledged he is the first double champion in AEW history. So, you know, round of applause. Give him a snap, little love, because he well deserved that. Because he been a working horse too. You know, out for a year because of the pandemic, came back going in strong. I mean, Pac deserved what he deserved. So I'm hoping like this has a big momentum, but I would love for Dark Order. You know, it's been a while.
They will get some shine, but I feel not
Since
yet.
the loss of Brody Lee, rest his soul, it's been really, really tough to see them just like disintegrate.
Yeah.
It's like
It's all Tony goes back to Tony Khan. He doesn't
I
know how to
know.
manage in-house. They were hot like
Evil
last
Uno,
summer. Like
Stu, Angel.
I think number 5 left.
And he's already a champion on a different.
Yeah, and I think number 10 it's injured. So you basically have your strongest guy
Is
out.
Heyman.
No, yeah, but 10 out, and I don't think it's just gonna be. I don't know. I don't think AEW is gonna last. I don't know. I don't know it's gonna last this long. But you also have Brody Lee's son that potentially could come back as a teenager, adult, whatever.
The company, he's what like
I think
digit.
he's like, let's say 8, 10, 12.
So to be
But at
honest,
least let's say give it another 5 to 10 years. The way that they're running the company now, I don't know they'll make it for him to come back, which would be great to see him come back as
the company will still be around, but I don't think it's going to be private. It's probably going to be more public.
Yeah.
They might take that public approach, but that is something that they did with the trio belt. You know, those were my thoughts on it. I'm glad that you receive it kind of well, but you know, I hear your point too. At the same time, they're doing the tourney where Hangman Page had a match against Daniel Bryan.
which I think they're not ruined
Bryan
it, but
Danielson, I said it backwards. My apologies.
Jericho
Shut the
ruined
fuck
it.
up.
But
Well, because he made
he gave you the prediction of the match. It's like, oh, I'll see Bryan Danielson next week, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
because
Like,
he was confident enough that Hangman couldn't.
no,
get
he knew
job
the
done.
booking, and he knew the booking. He's like,
A little spoiler doesn't kill nobody.
yeah, but you just like
Like
that.
if a milk spoil after a couple of days is still
Mm-hmm.
decent. It's not not the best, but it's not the worst.
But I'm like, you took the sap of the match. It's just like, yo, like
The
why?
Angel. Okay, so
I think Friday it's
so the bracket is like right now in the semi we have the semi we have Moxley on one side, Jericho on another because they were the two previous heavyweight champion.
you have Hangman and Danielson.
Which the match we saw, Brian is going to be facing YTJ. I want to say
Yeah.
YTJ. Fuck y'all.
Lionheart,
Lionheart.
and Friday
The list. What El Champion.
and Friday it's Sammy Guevara versus Darby.
And whoever wins that
It goes
is
against
Moxley, which
is
to
a
me
waste.
is just like that's a little bit.
It's a waste.
It's
You could have put somebody else against Moxley, but you know Moxley will come out of that
Look,
bracket.
I'm not sure because of availability right now. or I would rather had Darby and Sammy match going towards the path towards Y2J.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want Sammy. You will have to give it to Darby. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to. You just only have to give a good performance, because then it's like, yo, mano a mano. Let's see who's really gonna represent.
But I feel like they
But
have.
Y2J, but Y2
Yeah.
Jericho would have won that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Sammy would have worked well with Jericho
I think
versus
the way the set of the bracket, it's whoever had some type of story with that person that's waiting for them. So Daniel Bryan and Hangman had a story with Y2J.
so did
and-
freaking Daniel and Moxley, and they're in the same club.
Yeah, so that's why you not keep them separate, but you could have then you have Darby and Sammy with Moxley.
We both agree Darby or Sammy is not a good matchup with Moxley,
Yeah.
right? Does Danielson work better with Mox, like wrestling wise?
I wouldn't want to see that.
But do they like
Yeah,
experience wise?
yeah, but you're
Would-
feuding with the same crew.
With even if it's the
Yeah.
same crew, it's for the title.
No, true, but it's just keep. If that
FTR
could,
went toe to toe for the freaking TNT tournament, and nobody made a big deal about it.
but
So-
I think if I Moxley will come out of the whole tournament, I think Moxley will win the whole thing.
I don't want.
I
that.
don't know who he's gonna face, because basically, Lionheart beat Bryan Danielson.
Cheating.
So I don't know if he's gonna do another one,
cheating.
or Bryan Danielson will get one over him and basically beat Daniel Bryan against Moxley, which I think would be more interesting than seeing Y2J than Moxley.
Okay.
I would like to see. I would.
My pick right now, I think I said it there in our break. My pick right now is Bryan Danielson
To win the whole thing?
to be champion. I feel like if you have the moment to trigger it, like push
Yeah.
the envelope, start with Bryan. Give us a new champion. You know, because I know it's not gonna be Sammy. I know in hell it's not gonna be
I do not
Darby.
want to see Darby at all. Darby shouldn't even been there.
Moxley being 3-time champ, AEW champ is suffice. Like, you're already in the history book. You don't need more than like right now. We're good.
But
Like,
you could also
it's like
yeah.
the remember Bobby Lashley? Like, I was good with Bobby. The first couple of months, I was great.
Yeah.
Now I want to see something new. Y2 Jericho, he's already 2-time.
Yeah, I would say Jericho is the safest, because he won't rock the boat of the company.
But
He's
wouldn't Brian would just only be more like open challenge and more in like he's willing to put his body more on the line than Jericho, who's just going to give you just great promo, which either or direction is not bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm rooting for Brian because I would love to see a new face.
Okay.
Now, this is the problem with my pick, and I've been thinking about this throughout our whole conversation. Even though I want Brian, I don't know how well he's going to do against MJF when it comes
MJF
to
will eat him up in promo. That's why I'm picking Moxley, because the whole interaction between Moxley and MJF, it has to come to an end, and he has to cash out.
I mean, there could be traction, but doesn't mean they.
I
have
feel
to be,
like they have to like.
the devil doesn't really need to dance. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be like, hey, I'm here, but doesn't mean I gotta like.
Because he could cash it out at the last.
Because remember Warlow and MJF. Remember how long that took? That's what I feel like I'm gonna get with Moxley.
And I think, kind of side comment on Warlow, I think he's becoming insecure about him having the title.
he clarified
He's
like
he's not.
he is more of an affirmation to the people who are with him. Be like, hey, even though
Yeah, but I feel
the
like he
world
doesn't-
agree with
Yeah.
me, I'm still that guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry about.
But I feel
me.
like if you're that guy, you need to, if you're saying like if you're the man, you need to tell people you're the man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just,
Jericho does it all the time.
Yeah, but-
I'm the champion. I'm the Lion Gate.
Yes.
I am the multi-time champ. Come on.
But if somebody like Warlow's stature and everything, if just prove it to me. Don't keep telling me, look at me, like just prove it to me. Like
Okay, so
it's just for me, it's
so
just
this is what
insecurity.
I'm analyzing from what you're saying to me. All right, Warlow between Warlow and Jericho, right? They both have said or saying
Correct.
the same thing. The only different type is that Warlow is more of a built, big muscle head. Jericho is an older.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
feel like he
out of his
Jericho
prime,
Jericho needs not that formations, but he needs
and
so
talkative.
to not Jericho needs to convince himself, sort of, that he is the guy in order to prove that he's the guy. For me, for Warlow, just show me. Like, don't keep like I don't like. Just show me.
But you're seeing that like he made a whole like Jericho's or MJ spiel of like I did this and that. No, he just said simply, "Yo, for my day one, whatever they say on the internet, it is what it is. I'm still that." That's all he said. The
for me-
message was short and
Yeah,
sweet.
for me, it was just like a little hint of insecurity for me. That way I saw it from when he did the promo on All Out.
I mean, for me, it was like, bro, after I powerbombed this dude 5 times and I was about to powerbomb his homeboy, that's all I got from
I
it.
don't know. There's for me a little sense of insecurity, but we'll see how it we'll see how it works out.
Who
But
has done that? Bautista has done that before.
yeah, and that's when the more like he talks himself out of his essence, like his mode, like not beast mode, but like if you're the guy, be it. Like
But how often do we see him talk anyway?
he don't need to talk.
But how often do we see him talk?
he
That's
don't
my
need
point.
To, he don't need to
He
talk.
barely talks.
We'll just keep it that way. You're just doing just fine.
Oh my god.
Let your accent do the talking.
Goldberg, when he was on his winning streak, he'd spoken a few times.
Yeah,
Like,
just but he didn't say, "Oh, I am the man." Like he didn't like look it back up. He never.
I'm gonna ground and I'm gonna pound and I'm making sure I'm gonna kick your ass. NWO, you're next.
Yeah.
He told everybody who's next.
Yeah, but then he was like, "Oh, for my day ones, no, get out of here." Like,
But that's the lingo. He's not talking to you though. That's the beauty about it. Be realistic. It's not for us. It's not for us who were born in the 90s and the 80s. It's for the little ones.
yeah, for me,
No,
just like how he's been working,
He's
great.
talking to Gen Z. He's letting them know, my day ones. That's who he's talking to. He's not talking to you and me. We already know he's a grown ass man. It's for the little
just- I don't know.
ones. That's who he's talking
But
to.
I would say the tournament should be decent. It's just how there was nobody for me. Also, there's nobody else contender wise that they could have put in the picture for in the bracket, because you have Hangman, fine, and you have, but I would have. You can't put Claudio. He would have been a good Miro. Not yet. There's really nobody else.
So I wouldn't mind Claudio towards the Y2J or even John Moxley, because they like to play each other anyway.
Yeah.
Those guys like to beat each other up. So Claudio going against Moxley or against Y2J, I would not mind. I wouldn't mind. The thing, Miro is just too
And he
of a strong man.
Yeah.
That's
the thing.
that's the thing. Black is out of AEW. So he would have been
he bowed down. He gave his last bow and All Out.
Yeah, like he definitely gave.
Yeah,
us-
there's nobody really built for the title picture.
thinking of a past champion, my guy, because I see like
They only had 4 champions, 5 champions, 4 champions for AEW. Adam
Scorpius
Cole.
guy left the company already.
Yeah, but he's not title picture.
He did the TNT.
Yeah, but he's not like.
Darby is the longest reigning TNT
correct.
champion, and Sammy is the multi-time TNT champion. They have a freaking title shot.
You only have 2 spots. So if you're gonna take one of them out, who are you gonna put?
I would have taken out freaking Darby,
For who? I would have put Adam Cole.
but
He's not nowhere to be found.
because he's
Yeah.
probably figure out how to get out of his contract.
Yeah, there's nobody else in the title picture. That's the thing. It's tough.
I would put Penta. I would put Drax Hardwood. I would have put freaking Claudio. I agree with Claudio. I would have put Jay Lethal, even though he's being overused. I would put Samoa Joe working with freaking Jericho. I would have put freaking. I know you don't like this guy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Eddie Kingston, just
He got
to
no-
fill in the spot. I'm saying
Got
just
no-
to
if there was a big,
just to fill in the spot.
if it was a bigger tournament, maybe. But 2 spots, and there.
I would have put in. I'm thinking about my option. Scorpio Sky, if he was still with the company. Yeah. Yuta, Yuta would between Yuta, Claudio, Brian. Because why are you gonna put Brian, not the other members?
Yeah, he's the only one without a title too, and but Yuta was defending his title too. So
Pure, yeah.
So
Which
you
was
know,
a great match.
That was
too.
that was match of the. Yes,
Shout
it
out
was
to
good.
Daniel Garcia.
About
well
time.
Done. Well
About
done.
time.
Well done.
I think it took him 2 times to get to it, but
It
he's
was
gonna
well.
be.
It was well. Like I wish we could highlight more about it, but
He needs to be. He needs to. Now it's his time to separate from the Jericho
which we
appreciation.
saw at the end. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like I have a mic in my hand, but I'm
I'm
going to
yelling.
talk
Yeah.
without it. Like, what are you doing? Why are you shaking his hand, bro? Bro, why are you shaking his hand, bro? Come on, bro. God.
Well, he got at least he got his championship, which was good. So yeah, there's nobody else.
I gave you a full
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
list though.
The people that have it's fine. It was just I think Moxley will come out of it again. It's gonna be what the third championship he's gonna hold.
I would like to see Brian winning it, but again, the thing is just the promo part with MJF.
He's gonna eat him up. He can't.
Yeah, that's the dilemma in my plans. In my head, that's the dilemma. So